Heartland is back, and this season begins with the kind of shock that fans have been waiting years to see. Imagine the joy of watching a beloved character step back into the story just when you thought her chapter had already closed. That moment has finally arrived, and it changes everything we thought we knew about Season 19. Production for the new season officially kicked off on May 29th, with filming starting a little earlier on May 13th in the familiar landscapes of Alberta. The return of the crew to those rolling ranch hills was already exciting enough, but the updates that followed have completely set the fandom on fire. Behind-the-scenes photos quickly started spreading, hinting at major developments and unexpected relationships. One image showed Nathan and Amy in a hot tub together, a detail that sparked immediate conversation. It feels like a sign that the writers are ready to heat things up in ways the series hasn't dared before. But the bigger news came from a script reading session. A single snapshot revealed something fans had been dreaming about for years. Georgie is returning. For longtime viewers, that name carries weight. She was the ambitious young rider who left the ranch in season 14 to chase Olympic dreams in Florida. Her departure felt bittersweet, a hopeful goodbye that left a quiet ache. Many of us held on to the hope that one day she might find her way back. Now, against all odds, that hope is real. Georgie is back, and her story promises to be more dramatic than ever. What makes her return even more compelling is the reason she's coming home. This isn't a quick cameo or a casual visit. Rumors suggest Georgie's return is tied to one of the most emotional events a character can face, her marriage. Alicia Newton, the actress behind Georgie, recently revealed that she is engaged in real life, and reports suggest her on-screen character will follow the same path. Georgie and Quinn may finally tie the knot, a union that has been teased and delayed since the days of their youthful romance. Years ago, Georgie turned down Quinn's proposal, insisting they were too young and not ready. That decision showed maturity, but now both characters have grown. They have faced life, experienced hardship, and found their strength. The time feels right for them to take this step. The thought of watching Georgie walk down the aisle brings both excitement and a touch of sadness. Her return may be brief. The current expectation is that she will appear in a handful of episodes, share her big romantic moment, and then return to her life in Florida. Yet even if her stay is short, it will give fans something they have wanted for years, a true resolution. For too long, Georgie's storyline felt unfinished, as if she had simply vanished from the Heartland family. Season 19 has the chance to close her arc with the dignity and beauty it deserves. And yet this wedding will only be the beginning of the drama, because Georgie's return, as meaningful as it is, will not be the only love story redefining the season. Another relationship, one that has been building slowly and carefully over the past year, is about to change the ranch forever. While Georgie's wedding is sure to be one of the emotional highlights of Season 19, she is not the only character whose love life is about to take center stage. Amy and Nathan's relationship has been building in ways that no one could have predicted, and the rumors surrounding their future have fans divided. Could this season actually bring us two weddings? Back in Season 18, their story unfolded slowly, almost cautiously. The spark between Amy and Nathan was undeniable, but it was never rushed. Their shared moments, their subtle glances, and eventually that kiss, it all created a shift in the energy of the show. By the time the season ended, it was clear that something deeper had begun. Now, whispers are spreading that Amy and Nathan could be heading toward marriage as well. At first, it feels too sudden. Many fans are protective of Amy's story, especially after the heartbreak of losing Ty. The thought of her moving so quickly with Nathan may seem overwhelming. But then comes the other perspective. Perhaps this is exactly the right time. Ranch life has always been about balance. Families merge not just through love, but through business, through shared responsibilities, through surviving together. And when you look at Amy and Nathan through that lens, their relationship begins to make sense in a way that isn't rushed. It's practical, grounded, and rooted in mutual respect. After all, both have endured hardship. Both have learned that life can change in an instant. Waiting too long may not be the wisest choice. The writers seem to be leaning into this idea. Early word from episode 1 suggests Amy will organize an event specifically to help Nathan grow closer to Lindy. It's not just about romance anymore. It's about building a family. We saw the beginnings of that connection last season, but now the bond will be pushed further. Amy wants her daughter to feel safe around Nathan, to see him as more than a passing presence. She wants Lindy to understand that Nathan is important to her, but that is where the story takes its most emotional turn. Lindy, in her innocent way, is expected to ask the question that will shatter hearts. Is Nathan going to be my new father? For Amy, this will be a moment of truth. She will need to balance honesty with comfort, reminding Lindy that Ty will always be her father, that his place can never be replaced. Yet she will also reassure her daughter that it is okay to let Nathan in, to accept him as someone who cares deeply for her. This single exchange has the power to define the rest of the season. It will test Amy's emotions, it will challenge Lindy's understanding of family, and it will set the stage for the possibility of a wedding. Fans already brace themselves for tears because this scene will not just be about romance, it will be about healing, about moving forward without forgetting the past. And if Georgie's wedding was not enough to stir excitement, the idea of Amy preparing for a wedding of her own in the very same season creates a storm of speculation. Is it too much for one storyline, or is it the perfect way to mirror the growth of two different women at two different points in their lives? Season 19 refuses to hold back, and these overlapping love stories prove that the writers are raising the stakes. Yet the emotional weight does not stop with romance. Because beyond weddings and proposals, deeper questions about family, legacy, and the meaning of home will shape the ranch in powerful ways. The heart of Heartland has always been about family, and this season, much of that emotional weight will rest on young Lindy's shoulders. Her innocence brings forward the kinds of questions that adults often struggle to answer, and her curiosity will push Amy to confront feelings she has tried to keep buried. When Lindy asks if Nathan is going to be her new father, it will not just be a child's simple question. It will be a moment layered with grief, hope, and vulnerability. Amy will need to remind her daughter that Ty's love is everlasting, that he will always hold the place of father in her life. At the same time, she must also help Lindy understand that caring for Nathan does not erase that bond. Instead, it adds another dimension to their family. This delicate balance between honoring the past and embracing the future is one of the strongest storytelling threads Season 19 will explore. Fans who still carry the memory of Ty will see their own emotions reflected in Amy's struggle, and Lindy's perspective adds a fresh layer to the narrative, reminding us that children see love in its simplest form, as care, safety, and presence. These moments will not only deepen the characters, they will also reshape the ranch dynamic. For years, Heartland has been about rebuilding after loss, and now we see the first real steps toward new beginnings. Amy opening her heart to Nathan is not a rejection of her past, it is proof of her resilience. Lindy's acceptance of Nathan, as a father figure if it happens, will symbolize healing for the entire family. Yet all of this will unfold while other storylines demand attention. Georgie's wedding is set to dominate the season's early episodes, and Amy's evolving relationship with Nathan could move toward its own major milestone. 2 weddings in one season might sound overwhelming, but in the context of Heartland, it reflects the richness of life itself. Joy and hardship, past and future, all moving together in a way that feels both chaotic and deeply real. And while romance will bring warmth and tears, the season will not stop there. The ranch itself, the work, the rivalries, and the community will all continue to play critical roles. In fact, new challenges are already on the horizon, with old conflicts resurfacing and fresh ones beginning to stir. The balance of love, work, and legacy has never been more fragile, and every character will be tested. But it is these layered stories, the weddings, the family questions, the community rivalries, that ensure Heartland never loses its spark. It is never just about one storyline. It is about how all the threads weave together, creating a tapestry of relationships that fans have been following for nearly 2 decades. and season 19 is determined to pull every thread tighter. The question now is not whether this season will surprise us, but how many times it will leave us breathless before the credits roll. Season 19 is shaping up to be one of the busiest and most emotionally charged chapters in Heartland's history. Weddings, reunions, and shifting family bonds are only the beginning. Beneath the celebrations lie questions that will challenge the characters and force the ranch to adapt to change like never before. Georgie's return provides a sense of closure fans have longed for, yet her wedding will also raise questions about how her absence will continue to shape the Heartland family. Will she truly settle in Florida after marriage, or will the pull of the ranch draw her back again in the future? Even if her time this season is short, the impact of her presence will linger. She is not just another character. She is a piece of the family puzzle, and her choices ripple through everyone else's story. Meanwhile, Amy's future is being rewritten before our eyes. Watching her rebuild her life after Ty's loss has been painful but inspiring. Season 19 brings her to a crossroads. Can she love again without erasing the past? Can she give her daughter stability without sacrificing her own heart? Nathan represents both possibility and risk, and their relationship will define how Amy's journey evolves from this point forward. For fans, every interaction between them will be charged with meaning. But love stories are not the only threads pulling us forward. Heartland has always thrived on weaving personal drama with larger community conflicts. Rivalries like the ongoing battle with Price Beef are bound to flare up again. These conflicts add tension, reminding us that life at the ranch is never simple. It is work, responsibility, and struggle, layered on top of the joy and heartbreak of family life. Season 18 showed us that multiple storylines could run in parallel without losing impact. Season 19 is set to push that even further, raising the stakes for every character. The premiere episode will set the tone with a blend of celebration and unease. Georgie's wedding plans will stir joy. Amy's growing bond with Nathan will stir debate, and Lindy's innocent but profound questions will stir tears. Fans will be left asking not just what happens next, but how these choices will shape the future of the ranch for years to come. That is the magic of Heartland. It takes simple human moments, weddings, grief, love, rivalries, and ties them together into a story that feels timeless. Season 19 will not shy away from the big emotions, and it will not slow down for comfort. It will demand that we face the joy of love and the ache of change at the same time. So the question remains, what are you most excited to see? Is it Georgie walking down the aisle at last? Amy finding the courage to open her heart again? Or Lindy reminding us all of the purity of love? One thing is certain. This season will be unforgettable, and every episode will leave us counting the days until the next.